The South African government has stretched its hand of partnership to the Lagos state government, especially in the areas of entertainment and tourism. This was disclosed by the Consular General of South Africa, Mr. Dake Africa, during a courtesy visit to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the State House, Alausa. In response, Governor Sanwo-Olu says the state government is ready to partner with South Africa in order to achieve more economic benefits for both countries.
We value the relations between Nigeria and South Africa very much, and we would want to see more activity, particularly at an economic level, at the creative industry level, entertainment level, and tourism. We also bring to you a request by the Premier of Gauteng. Previously, we had entered into some discussions about the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the two, Gauteng and the Lagos State. And we believe that if we can do that, this will enhance, the positive narrative that we would want to characterize the relationship between the two countries.
We are willing and we're looking forward to such collaboration, right? Especially if they are also of the economic tendencies that we have. On the issue regarding the Nollywood and the entertainment industry, that is a sector that we believe it's time for them to fly out. It's time for them to look for new borders. And so if South Africa, like you said, we will collaborate. We will try and organize them and see if we can create that enabling environment for both of our two industries to engage.
Welcome to our Africa Tech segment. In recent years, the automation of recruiting and hiring has developed into outreach and applicant tracking system with the help of technology. While some of these systems and methods have helped many hiring managers of companies in their duties, some experts are of the opinion that the right recruitment technology has not yet been developed. Our guest on the program today, Oroluwa Buboye, a tech analyst, is here to tell us more. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So firstly, what is recruitment technology and why should companies invest in them?
Okay, so I'll first define very quickly what technology is. So technology is the application of scientific knowledge to practical purpose. So combining it with recruitment is pretty much aligning scientific knowledge for a process that we already know that we're used to, which is the recruitment process itself. So this is aligning and using scientific knowledge and scientific know-how to solve recruitment issues and sort recruitment processes, pretty much.
Well, tell us more about some of the current trends in recruitment technology.
Okay, yeah. So well, there are quite a number. So I will just run through a couple that we have right now. First of all, the very common one is online job posts. Before now, what we have before now is companies, putting their different roles on the traditional print media. So they go out. You see different billboards with recruitment notice on them. But now that is beginning to change. Right now we have a lot of companies, talking to job aggregators. You've got different online systems to help support recruitment processes. And where we are going from a technological standpoint is where we have a fully autonomous recruitment process. That is from posting a job to sorting candidates to interviews to soon we'll soon start having total chatbot interviews, interview processes done via chatbots. where, and also right now we are beginning to see things around online interviews, where candidates do not even have to be in a physical location to have job interviews. We're seeing candidate screening, psychometric analysis happening, simply because recruiters want to have an idea of how a particular new recruit or new hire will behave in their job or in their current job, and also their progress as they move in the job. So we are seeing a lot of fusion between the use of technology and the traditional recruitment process itself as we speak.
Oroluwa, when we talk about technology recruitment, doesn't it, like you mentioned chatbots, doesn't it take away from the human relationship, and can't these lead to a lot of deception because you're not actually, interacting with the person?
No, it doesn't. And the reason why is this: there is a scientific approach to these things. There are methodologies. There are things that will always work, whether we like it or not. The fact that we have a human touch does not remove the methodology around hiring itself. So, for instance, if I do some level of psychometric analysis and test, I should be able to predict, and this is proven, this is scientifically proven. So I should be able to predict how a particular candidate, without meeting that candidate, how that candidate would perform and behave in a certain way, in a certain work environment, and that has been perfected over the years. So this is not something new. This is not something just being tested. This is years and years of research that is now coming to the market, for people to start to use for recruitment processes. So I don't think it will entirely take away. It will not take away the. Yes, there's a challenge around that, which I quite agree, which is around removing the human touch. But the real goal around recruitment itself, and the purpose of recruiting, I don't think would be. I don't think that would take that away.
All right then, Oroluwa, the future does look bright then. Oroluwa Boboye, Business Intelligence Analyst, thank you so much for speaking to us on Network Africa today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Let's take you to Kigali, Rwanda now to meet Mike Katihabuga and Jamal Ntagara, two visual artists who met in Rwanda in 2017. Katihabuga had escaped Burundi at the height of the conflict in 2015. In opening up his home to the Burundian refugee, the Rwandan artist helped him find a studio to express and market his artwork.
When Mike arrived in Rwanda, having fled conflict in his home country of Burundi, he couldn't have hoped to find a better friend than Jamal. The pair, both artists, bonded over their shared passion, and Jamal invited Mike to use his art studio in the capital, Kigali.
Helping people doesn't mean you need something big, very, very big, so you can help people. A small thing you have got, and a good heart you have got, they can be enough to help someone.
Now they paint and exhibit their works side by side, using sales from their works of art to help support both their families.
When I had the opportunity to meet Jamal, we talked, and we had a lot in common. We're both young. He said to me, let us work together, and we can do great things.
Mike left Burundi, which has been plagued by political violence, in 2015. More than 50,000 refugees are now living across the border in Rwanda, mostly in camps. But Mike had moved to the city to pursue his dream, art, and he's not the only one welcomed in by Jamal. The gallery is open to other artists from Rwanda, Burundi, and refugees from neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo.
Well, that's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Teniola Shaboali.